Okay, exercise 6.2 question number 1. In this question, we need to find the value of x and y, and then we have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. So first of all, we can clearly see that x plus 50 degree equals to 180 degree, because these are linear pair. So we can calculate x will be 180 degree minus 50 degree, that is x equals to 130 degree. Now y will be equal to 130 degree. Why? Because it is vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angle. Now we can see that x equals to y. Since x is equal to y and x and y are alternate interior angles, therefore AB is parallel to CD by converse of alternate interior angle theorem. Means if the interior angles are equal, then the given pair of lines will be parallel to each other. So it is given that AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, and y is to z, ratio is given 3:7. We need to find the value of x. So first of all, since AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, then AB will be parallel to EF. Why? Because we have studied that if two lines are parallel to the third line, then the other two lines will be parallel to each other. Now since the ratio of y is to z is given 3:7, so let y equals to 3k. You can take any variable other than x, y and z, and z equals to 7k. Now since AB is parallel to CD, so we can say that x and y, this x and y, they are, so we have proved that AB is parallel to EF. If AB and EF are parallel and this is the transversal, then angle X will be equal to angle Z. Why? Because they are alternate interior angle. Okay. So that means angle Z is also, angle X is also equal to 7k. And why? Because AB is parallel to EF. Now x plus y equals to 180 degree, because they are co-interior angles. Co-interior angles, as this AB is parallel to CD. So now value of x is 7k plus value of y is 3k equals to 180. So 10k equals 180, means k equals to 18 degree. But we need to calculate the value of x. So x is what? X is equal to 7k. So x equals to 7 multiplied by 18. X is equal to 126 degree. Similarly, if we want to calculate y, so y, although it is not asked in the question, but you can calculate y also, because y equals to 3 times of k, that is 3 multiplied by 18, 54 degree, and z is equal to 126 only, because x is equal to z. So all the three angles we have calculated. In question number 3, it is given that AB is parallel to CD, EF is perpendicular on CD. So if EF is perpendicular to CD, it will also be perpendicular to AB, but it is not given. and angle GED is given 126. We have to find that angle AGE, GEF and FGE. So first of all, angle AGE. Since these two lines are parallel to each other, angle AGE will be equal to angle GED. Why? Because they are alternate interior angles. Okay. So angle AGE is what? 126 degree. Now angle GEF, for GEF we can see that angle GEF plus of angle FED is equal to angle GED, and GEF we need to calculate. Angle FED is given equal to 90 degree because it is perpendicular, equals to angle GED we are knowing that is 126 degree. So angle GEF will be equal to 126 minus of 90. Angle GEF will be equals to 36 degree. Now since angle GED, this angle, and angle FGE, they are angle FGE plus of angle GED, they are co-interior angles. Okay, that means this angle and this angle, they are co-interior angles on the same side. If this is GE is the transversal, so that is equal to 180 degree, since they are co-interior angles or consecutive interior angles. So angle FGE plus of GED, GED we know that 126 degree. So angle FGE will be equal to 180 minus of 126. Angle FGE is equal to 54 degree. In question number 4, we are given up with PQ is parallel to ST, PQR is 110 degree, angle RST is 130 degree. We need to find angle QRS. So first of all, we'll do a construction here. We will construct a line AB which is parallel to ST. In fact, it will be also parallel to PQ because ST is parallel to PQ. So PQ will also be parallel to this line. So we'll draw a line which is passing through R and parallel to ST. Let us name as AB. I've named this line as AB. Got it? Now angle QRA plus angle PQR equals to 180 degree. Why? Because they are co-interior angles. So angle QRA plus of PQR is given 110 equals 180. So angle QRA equals 180 degree minus of 110 degree, that is equal to 70 degree. Similarly, we can say that angle TSR plus of angle SRB equals 180 degree. Again, they are co-interior angles. So TSR is 130 plus of angle SRB equals 180. So angle SRB equals 180 minus of 130. Angle SRB equals to 50 degree. Now we know that sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degree. So this angle plus this angle, these QRA plus angle QRA, this angle plus of angle SRB plus of angle QRS will be equal to 180 degree. So substituting the values, angle QRA is how much? 70 plus of angle SRB 50 plus of angle QRS equals 180 degree, which implies that on solving we can say that angle of QRS plus 70 plus 50 is 120 degree equals to 180 degree. So angle QRS is equal to 180 minus of 120, that is equal to 60 degree. Question number 5, it is given that AB is parallel to CD, APQ 50 degree and PRD equals to 127 degree. So, and we have to find the value of X and Y. So first of all, we can clearly see from here that angle PQR equals to angle APQ, alternate interior angle. Okay, so that means PQR is what? X equals to APQ, that is 50 degree. Now second part, Y we need to calculate. For Y we can see from this angle PRD equals angle PQR plus of angle QPR. Why? Because of exterior angle property. Exterior angle property states that sum of the exterior angle is equal to this 127 degree will be equal to the sum of interior opposite angles, that is X plus Y. And we will substitute the value of X as 50, so we can calculate the value of Y, that is 127 minus of 50 degree, that is Y equals to 77 degree. In question number 6, we are given up with two mirrors PQ and RS, which are parallel to each other. PQ and RS are parallel to each other. Ray AB is incident on the mirror and it is reflected as BC. Again it is reflected at this mirror RS as CD. So we need to prove that AB is parallel to CD. This is the question. So first of all, for this we have to do the construction. So first of all we will do construction. We will draw perpendiculars BE perpendicular to mirror PQ and CF perpendicular to mirror RS, like this. Now suppose I name it as angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. So this will be BE will be normal, AB will be the incident ray, BC will be the reflected ray. So angle 1 will be the angle of incidence and angle 2 will be the angle of reflection. We know that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So first of all, we have drawn BE perpendicular to PQ and CF perpendicular to RS. Then in the next step we can say that the angle of incidence, that is angle ABE, will be equal to angle EBC, that is angle 1 equals to angle 2. Why? Because angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection. Law of reflection this is. Similarly, angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. Same reason, angle 3 will be equal to angle 4 because angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Now, since BE is perpendicular and CF is also perpendicular, so BE is parallel to CF because both are perpendiculars on PQ and RS, and therefore, and BC is transversal. BC is transversal. So in this case we can say that angle 2 will be equal to angle 3. Since angle 2 and angle 3 are equal, because they will be what? They will be alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Now, if angle 2 and angle 3 are equal, we can say that double of angle 2 will be equal to double of angle 3. Double of angle 2 is what? Angle ABC, and double of angle 3 is what? Angle BCD. So, ABC and BCD are equal, and they are alternate interior angle. They are alternate interior angles. Therefore, we can say that AB is parallel to CD.